One type of generative AI system is called a text-to-text system. These are systems in which you put in some text and it gives you back some text. A few commonly available systems include ChatGPT, Bing, Claude, or Gemini, which was formerly known as Google Bard. In this video, we're going to go over what these systems are and what types of results you can expect. The quality and the variability of the output from these systems depends on several factors, including the capabilities of the specific system and product you're using, and the format of your prompt. These systems are essentially complex word predictors. They have a lot of data about how humans combine words and use those words in different orders to get different things done. And these statistical models are used to generate the new language, the new answers based on these statistical patterns. Because of this, the words you use matter, and how you put them in matters. These systems are not search engines in which you simply ask for something and it retrieves a document and gives you what you were searching for. In fact, they generate the information on the fly. They don't bring documents from other places, they generate new documents in real time. Also, they have an interactive nature. Instead of just asking for it to bring something back from the internet, you can have a conversation going back and forth, asking it to change things, update things, and refine things or redirect the system over time. Let's look at an example of a text-to-text system. I'm going to pull up ChatGPT, and we're going to look at what it can do. Of course, as we mentioned, there's lots of other products out there, and it's often good to try different products to see how they align with your preferences and needs. So this is what the interface to ChatGPT looks like. There's different versions of ChatGPT. Today, I'm using ChatGPT 4. The first thing we're going to ask ChatGPT to do is simply write us a short story about a leprechaun who gets admitted to Notre Dame. Write a story of 100 words about a leprechaun admitted to Notre Dame. As you'll see, this is my part of the text-to-text. Now the system will use that and the statistical model it has about what stories mean and what leprechauns fit into the world of stories and how Notre Dame might fit into the world of leprechauns and stories as well. Here we see the story that we asked for, as well as a very nice, unexpected image. In the heart of Notre Dame, amidst the historical architecture and vibrant student life, a leprechaun made history. Clad in an emerald green suit, he proudly waved the acceptance letter that marked the beginning of his academic journey. This is not something that it got off the internet like a search engine. This is something generated on the fly, as we saw in real time. Every time it does this, it's going to use slightly different probabilities and do a slightly different story. Let's just see how that goes. We're just going to say, try that again. Once in the verdant fields of Ireland, a leprechaun with dreams bigger than the pot of gold set his sights on Notre Dame. So here you can see the system knows lots about stories. It knows about Notre Dame and it knows about leprechauns. It puts all those things together and generates a new story. This one is different from the previous ones because these systems work on probabilities, which means probably goes in one direction one time, probably goes in another direction another time. Let's do an example of a press release. Write a press release about a leprechaun admitted to Notre Dame. Here you'll see it knows the format, and it will use the format and fill in the text as if it's writing a story. Sometimes it knows a lot of information about Notre Dame and fills in the Notre Dame information well. Other times it doesn't. Now, in this example, there are no facts. We asked it to make something up from scratch, and it's all a story. But sometimes when you ask it for specific facts, it might generate things that you don't expect. Here, it knew who Father John was, and it attributed the quotes to Father John. In other cases, it might not know Father John is the university president. After we asked it to try again, it regenerated a new story and a new press release. Here, the press release is similar to the first one, the same structure of how press releases go, but instead of attributing a quote to Father John, who truly is the university president, here it acts a little bit more like a story and attributes a quote to University President Dr. Elaine O'Shaughnessy, saying that she expresses her excitement about this momentous occasion. Welcoming Finnegan to our campus is a proud moment for Notre Dame. It reflects our commitment to embracing diversity in all forms and enriches our community with unique perspectives and traditions. In this case, we asked ChatGPT to simply try again, to give us a new press release. And here we see some changes. First, the student's name has changed. In the many, many times that I've done this prompt, the student is always named Liam. Here we see a variation, Finnegan McSprightly, appropriate to the Irish theme, but not Liam. We also see a new university president, Dr. Elaine O'Shaughnessy. Not sure where she came from or how she got to be the university president, but there we have it. Is this a hallucination? Is this an error? Hard to know, because we asked it to write a press release within this context of the press release kind of being a story that's fake. The quality and the detail and the content of the prompt has a lot of important impact on what actually comes out. But at the same time, there's variation because it's coming from a statistical model based on probability. Probably goes in one direction one time, probably goes in another direction another time. As you can see, these text-to-text systems are not perfect. Just like any tool, they have their strengths and weaknesses, and how you use them affects their output and their quality. But they can be very helpful, and when used correctly and responsibly, have big impact on how we get things done and how our work evolves.